In a quiet corner of a modest Filipino neighborhood, where narrow streets are warmed by the golden glow of late afternoon sun, a 10-year-old boy named Mateo stands beside an open window of a small tin roof house. The air smells of rice cooking and rain-soaked earth. Inside, there is little furniture, just a wooden table, a few plastic chairs, and dreams that fill the empty space. Mateo closes his eyes and begins to sing. His voice, soft at first, slowly grows strong, rich, and hauntingly beautiful. It is not a song children usually sing. It is opera, deep, emotional, and powerful beyond his years. Mateo learned to sing this way by listening to an old, crackling radio his father found in a scrapyard. Late at night, when the electricity flickers on, Mateo presses his ear close to the speaker, memorizing every note, every breath. He doesn't understand the language, but he understands the feeling. To him, opera sounds like hope, like a world far away from empty plates and borrowed schoolbooks. His mother watches from the corner of the room, pretending to fold laundry. Each note pierces her heart. She sees not just a boy singing, but a child carrying the weight of survival with courage. Outside, neighbors stop walking. Vendors fall silent. Even the stray dogs lie still, as if listening. In that fragile moment, surrounded by hardship, Mateo's voice rises higher than poverty, higher than doubt, carrying a dream brave enough to believe it can reach the world. The day Mateo leaves the Philippines begins before sunrise. The sky is still dark when his mother gently wakes him, brushing his hair with trembling hands. Their small home feels quieter than ever, as if the walls already miss his voice. Neighbors gather outside, some holding plastic bags with snacks, others offering whispered prayers. For a boy who has never traveled beyond his town, the airport feels like another world, vast, echoing, and overwhelming. Mateo clutches a small backpack and a worn rosary, his fingers tight with fear and faith. On the airplane, Mateo presses his face against the window, watching clouds drift like soft dreams beneath him. His mother holds his hand the entire time. "This is for your future," she says softly, though her voice shakes. Mateo nods, but inside his heart races. He wonders if he truly belongs on a stage so far away, in a country he has only seen through a cracked phone screen. When they arrive at America's Got Talent, bright lights flash everywhere. Contestants rehearse confidently, some laughing, some stretching their voices. Mateo feels small, smaller than ever. He sits quietly in a corner backstage, listening to others sing pop songs and powerful ballads. Doubt creeps in. What if they laugh at opera? What if he forgets the words? His chest tightens. Then his mother kneels in front of him, looking into his eyes. "You don't sing to impress," she whispers. "You sing to share your heart." Mateo closes his eyes and hums softly, letting the familiar melody calm his fear. When his name is finally called, his legs shake, but his spirit stands tall. Step by step, he walks toward the stage, carrying not just his voice, but the hopes of everyone who believed in him. The theater grows quiet as Mateo steps onto the vast stage. The lights are blinding, making the audience disappear into darkness. For a brief moment, he feels completely alone. The judges sit before him, famous, powerful, unreadable. Simon Cowell leans back in his chair, arms crossed, curiosity mixed with doubt in his eyes. When Mateo introduces himself and shyly mentions that he will sing opera, a ripple of surprise moves through the room. A child, opera. The skepticism is unmistakable. The music begins softly. Mateo takes a deep breath, the way he practiced countless times in his small home. His eyes close. Then, he sings. The first note cuts through the silence like light through darkness, pure, strong, and impossibly mature. Gasps echo across the theater. As Mateo's voice rises, it fills every corner of the room, carrying sorrow, hope, and innocence all at once. The audience leans forward, frozen. Simon's posture changes. He slowly sits up, eyes widening, disbelief written across his face. With each note, Mateo forgets where he is. He is no longer on a stage. He is that little boy by the window, singing to escape hardship. Tears form in his eyes, but his voice remains steady, soaring higher with raw emotion. The judges exchange stunned glances. Some cover their mouths, others wipe away tears. Time seems to stop. No coughing, no whispers, just a child's voice commanding a room full of adults. In that sacred silence, something extraordinary happens, a miracle born from courage, kindness, and a dream brave enough to sing out loud. Mateo's final note floats gently through the air, lingering like a prayer. For one heartbeat, the entire theater is frozen in silence, no movement, no sound, just awe. Then the room erupts. Thunderous applause crashes like a wave, and the audience leaps to their feet. Cheers echo from every corner as tears stream down faces that moments ago held doubt. Mateo stands still, overwhelmed, his small chest rising and falling as he struggles to understand what is happening. The judges are on their feet too. One wipes away tears, another presses a hand to their heart. Simon Cowell slowly stands, shaking his head in disbelief, a rare softness in his eyes. He looks at Mateo and speaks gently, his voice quieter than usual. "I don't know where that voice came from," he says, "but that was one of the most extraordinary performances I've ever heard." Mateo's hands tremble as he bows his head, unable to stop the tears. Suddenly, Simon reaches forward. The audience gasps. Time seems to slow as his hand slams the golden buzzer. Gold confetti explodes from above, raining down like sunlight. Mateo drops to his knees, covering his face as emotion overwhelms him. Back in the crowd, his mother sobs openly, clutching her chest as strangers hug her in celebration. The stage glows gold, and so does Mateo's future. In that moment, it's no longer about winning a competition. It's about belief, the power of kindness, the magic of being seen, and a child whose voice turned doubt into wonder and changed lives forever. Thousands of miles away, back in Mateo's small Filipino village, night has already fallen. Families crowd into tiny homes, neighbors spilling onto doorsteps, all gathered around one glowing television. The signal flickers, but no one looks away. When the golden confetti fills the screen, the village erupts in cheers, laughter, and tears. Children jump up and down, elders clasp their hands in prayer, and parents hold their sons a little tighter, whispering, "Dream big." For Mateo, life is never the same again. Letters and messages pour in from people around the world who were touched by his voice. Scholarships, invitations, and words of encouragement arrive, proof that kindness still exists in unexpected places. Yet through it all, Mateo remains the same humble boy. He still calls his mother every night, still thanks his village, still prays before he sings. On the AGT stage, Mateo now sings with new confidence, but the heart is unchanged. He sings for children who feel invisible, for families who struggle in silence, and for anyone who has ever been told their dreams are too big. His voice becomes a bridge, connecting worlds, cultures, and hearts. Years from now, people will remember the golden buzzer. But more importantly, they will remember the moment a small boy from the Philippines reminded the world that hope can come from anywhere, and that sometimes, the purest kindness is simply giving a dream the chance to be heard.